All right, so we're leading ourselves into volume, and like I said, we're going to talk about some surface area stuff in the next couple of weeks. Okay, volume we start with because I feel like volume is really the easier of the two measurements. Okay, we talked about volume a few weeks ago. That's how much space is inside of an object. Okay, it's usually measured with cubic inches or cubic feet, as in how many little cubes could fit inside of that 3D shape. Okay, we're going to focus completely on cylinders today. They're one of the harder shapes, so that works out. Okay, as far as volume of a cylinder, we want to talk about how much space is inside of that cylinder. Okay, so given a cylinder, I'm going to go with that there. Okay, it's not a very good picture, but you get the point. All right, we got 10 all the way across and 6. Now, hopefully, if you were given this shape on the STAR test and it said, find the volume of this cylinder, the first thing you would do is look at your formula chart. Okay, figure out how to do formula of a cylinder. Now I have it written on the board for you. How do you find volume of a cylinder? What is the formula?
Base times height.
All right, we see this right here, right? Oh, not S. I'm sorry, H. All right. So with the capital B, the first thing that 8th graders think is base. It's not base. All right, that's the first part of this lesson. Okay. Capital B means the area of the base. What does that mean?
Area.
Thank you. All right. If it was base, it would be a lowercase b. And that's the first thing that we're talking about today. Okay, the difference between the lowercase b and the uppercase b. You can see in the formulas that I have written up here. Rectangle is base times height. It's a lowercase b, right? Triangle is 1/2 times base times height. It's a lowercase b. Okay? But over here with volume, we have a capital B because it's the area of the base. All right? What kind of base does a cylinder have?
A circle.
A circle. So, area of the base is telling us the area of that circle. All right? Times H, which stands for height. Okay? But we have to understand what they're referring to with height. Height is not how tall the prism is. Okay? The reason being, I could take this same cylinder and I could lie it on its side, right? It would be 6 and 10. It's the same cylinder, same shape, right? So obviously the volume is going to be the same. Nothing has changed, all right? Which means the height has to stay the same. Okay? The height is not how tall it is. The height of a prism is the distance between the bases. From base to base. That's the height. Okay? Those are the two big concepts of today's lesson. Okay? Capital B is area of the base. Height in terms of volume of a prism is the distance between the bases. Okay? Once we understand that, we're ready to start working. Now, we said capital B is area of the base. What's the formula for area of a circle?
Pi times r squared.
I'll do it right here. Pi r squared. All right? Times the height. That part hasn't changed. Okay? So there's the first bit of substitution that we have to do. We know we're looking for the area of the base. We know that the base is a circle, so we'll plug in area of a circle. Any questions on that part right there? So now, from here, we just plug in the things. Volume is going to be equal to, what is pi? 3.14. What does radius mean? It's halfway across the circle. Now up here we can see that it does 10 all the way across. So my radius is 5 because it's halfway across. All right, so that would be 5. Oh, why is it doing that? 5 squared. All right. And what's the height? 6. The distance from one circle to the other is 6. So now we can literally just plug this directly into our calculator. 3.14 times 5 squared times 6, and you get that the volume is 471. Exactly. Okay. Let me do one more example before I turn off the video. Okay. Doesn't matter what the shape is. What's the formula?
Volume equals capital BH.
Capital BH. Good. And capital B stands for area of the base. Good. All right. So area of the base times the height of the cylinder. So let's say we have we'll make this 3 and this 10. Okay? So, area of the base is going to be pi r squared times height of the cylinder. So, pi is 3.14. What's the radius?
3.
3 squared. And then the height is 10. You get what? 282 point something. Just 6. Sorry, I gotta do it on my calculator.
Are you supposed to round it to like the nearest tenth?
Yeah, well, we're gonna round all of them to the nearest tenth. This one already rounds itself to the nearest tenth, so we don't have to worry about that. But yes, we'll do another example here where we end up having to round it. Let's say we have this one right here. All right, volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. The area of the base is just pi r squared. Okay, so that would be 3.14 times, my radius would be half of 6.4, which is 3.2 squared, times the height of the cylinder, which is 13. Okay, if we put all that in the calculator, you get that volume is equal to 417.9968. Okay, now we want to round to the nearest tenth. That's 1 decimal place. So we use that next number. Now 9 rounds us up. So 9 here will round up as well, which carries the 1, so you get 418. Okay, and so that is, in a nutshell, that is volume of a cylinder. That's 3 examples on the video. Okay, we'll go over some more here without the video, but if you watch this at home, you can at least kind of jumpstart your memory on how this stuff works.
Wait, are we gonna